There are 3 videos on how to improve handwriting skill. This is 3 of the 3 our education system must develop. Right brain and left brain simultaneously. There are many activities to develop both parts of the brain. One of them is drawing symmetrical figures. The skill acquired by drawing symmetrical figures helps in learning math, physics, chemistry, and biology. This skill helps in enjoying arts and even in creating arts. Mirror image symmetry. Note the axis of symmetry. The axis of symmetry is horizontal in this picture. Symmetries are used in advertisements. Note the axis of symmetry is vertical in this picture. See how skillful this lady is. Drawing symmetrical figures helps children acquire handwriting skill fast. Most of our women are column experts. That is why most of the women's handwritings are relatively better. First 10 days, I draw some simple sketches on one side of the axis of symmetry and ask them to draw its mirror image on the other side. Some days, I draw on the left side of the axis and ask them to draw on the right side. Some other days, I draw on the right side of the axis and ask them to draw on the left side. After that, daily they must draw simple symmetries. After acquiring the skill and confidence, they must draw challenging ones. They can take 1 week's time to draw one beautiful symmetry. This 9th class boy came for only 1 month before entering 10th class. Please see the symmetry videos till the end as the students' beautiful works are at the end. This 10th class boy has reached a very good level. These figures were drawn by a 5th class student. See how he was improving his skill. These designs and pictures were drawn by a 6th class girl. This activity trains the mind of children to open up their vision and think in as many different ways as this activity creates a sense of color in the children. It is the result of a process which starts in the eye and finishes in the occipital lobe of the brain. Why not a tree like this? Allow wild imagination. It is essential for science and technology developments. Example: cone ice cream. Eating the cup along with the ice cream. Children's vision is spanned from too simple a figure to most common. Modern art started by breaking the convention. Why not? We should not put any restrictions on the children's way of thinking. This and a few more similar activities should be a part of our scheme of education. Our education system, matching infrastructures and long-term vision, should be such as to create scientists to a level of winning Nobel Prizes. Note: the University of Chicago has created 63 Nobel laureates. Catch them young. We are second to none. Put that positive thinking in the blood of our children. A 9th class student was struggling to draw the mirror image of what I had drawn on one side. So he was reluctant to draw and did not draw for about 10 days. He loved physics. I encouraged him, explaining how it will help him in learning math and physics at higher levels. So he started drawing simple symmetries. Because of my slight push with encouraging words, he mastered that art after drawing about 20 different symmetries. This is his drawing at the end of the practice. I gave the left side figure. He drew the right side figure. When he was in 12th class, he wrote Scholastic Aptitude Test, SAT, to join a university in the USA. He scored very high marks. He applied to a few universities in the USA. There was a column in an application form asking him if he had learned anything apart from academic subjects. He sent 2 of his symmetry drawings along with this letter. Symmetry and physics. When I was in the 9th standard, my parents asked me to attend extra classes in science and math, my favorite subjects, to understand them better, they said. They'd heard of this teacher who lived near my aunt's house. My first class with him was a bit of a shock. I was handed a thick loose-leaf checked book and told to draw symmetrical pictures. I won't deny that I grumbled at first. A fine way to learn physics, I thought. But, as perseverance has always been one of my merits, I stuck to it. Gradually I even began to enjoy it. All this was, of course, accompanied by more standard coursework and stuff. My teacher kept assuring me that the time would come when all those hours of painstaking drawing would pay off. And pay off it did. In the 11th grade, I knew all about optical isomers and handedness. What's symmetry, if not mirror images? I could draw this from the student who was terrible at art, curves effortlessly. I could effortlessly produce sines, cosines, tangents, and curves of cubes, squares, derivatives, logarithms, and exponents on demand. I could see in my mind's eye how trigonometrical ratios oscillated. Calculus, with the mental pictures, was a breeze. So was physics. I could easily figure out how to solve a problem or derive a formula using symmetry. Equations just felt right or matched curves, water in pipes, electromagnetic oscillations. All these were implicitly linked with the ideas of symmetry of drawing and visualizing smooth curves. I learned to use symmetry in special ways. To remember formulas. To figure out where the symmetry breaks in an equation. It helped me understand physics in a different way. I think now that symmetry, or indeed the lack of it, is interesting. When I read about stuff like parity violation and handedness in physical laws, my mind fills with the pictures I once spent hours over getting them just right. Along with 2 of his symmetries, the boy attached this letter to the application form that he sent to a university in the USA. The boy was able to remember 3 formulas in integration by remembering these 2 symmetrical figures. A function and its inverse function, if it exists, are symmetrical. If students know this and are taught how to look at it, they can answer certain questions quickly.